Senior, in this big fight coming up this Saturday in Saudi Arabia. How does it feel to be in this stacked card, and most importantly, Saudi Arabia itself?
Man, I feel blessed. I feel super happy. All that hard work, man, finally pays off. All those sacrifices and everything, that we have to go through. In boxing, a lot of people think that it's easy, man, but it's a lot of hard work. But at the end of the day, this is what we love, and this is what I love, and this is what I do. So uh, it's a dream come true, to be where I'm at, now fighting here in Saudi. I only saw that on TV, and when you watch that, you always think, man, hopefully one day, it could be us. And now look at us, man. We're fighting here, we're main event, and it's amazing, man. And I just want to thank all the fans and everybody, for the support and all that love. And we did it. We're here, and we're super excited, and we're going to give you a great fight. We David trained really hard. He prepared himself very well, and he's going to live his heart inside the ring and give you guys an explosive, uh, uh, exciting fight on November 22nd.
Tell me, how was the travels, and have you got acclimated yet?
Yeah, we started 5 weeks in Seattle. Then we were another 5 weeks in Miami. Then we were 2 weeks in Dubai, and now we're here. We've been here for almost 4 days, and I think the 2 weeks that we were in Dubai was good because same weather. We were 2 hours away from Saudi, so I think everything's going well, man. The first week when we got to Dubai was a little harder, but I think we're good. We're good. David's feeling great, motivated, and can't wait for the 22nd.
Have you done anything while you're out there so far? Besides training.
You know what? I'm not being honest with you, man. In all my career in boxing with David and Junior and everybody, had never ever gone out or really taken pictures or go see the city or go see around. This is the first time, man, where I really, really enjoy going out. I was in Miami and I did go to places. I was in Dubai and I did go to places like on the weekends. I can't go when we're working. But before it was just I can't go. How about if these guys need something, but with David, man, I feel the confidence and I feel that he has worked so hard, man, that everything just feels good, man. And this camp I did go to not a lot of places, but I did enjoy a couple of places in Dubai. And by the way, Dubai is beautiful, man. I would never imagine being there. All the buildings look futuristic, and it's amazing, man. To be honest with you, beautiful. Saudi here is beautiful also, and it's a little bit different, but the culture, man, everybody's very polite, everybody's very nice, and it is just great being here, man.
I was able to talk to David 2 days ago. Just talking to him about the fight, talking about the differences, and you guys, switched up the strength and conditioning coach. Tell me, what was the science for that?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm always trying to look for the best for David. Um, even though we had our differences, and I'm his father, man. I want him to do good, and I'm always going to be there. There's so many people, so much they want to come in already, and I mean, it's like winning the lottery, being here, not suffer, not go through everything that we went through, but you know. Uh, Actually, this camp has been the best camp because uh, David realized, how important I am in his future and his life. And I know him, I know when he's going to throw something. I already know everything, So it would be really hard for him to work with somebody else. And he decided to stay with me. And I mean, I love that, at the end of the day, I would do anything for my son, in order for him to progress. But don't get me wrong, I'm super happy now. We're bonding like never before. I see all the love, I see all the respect. I see, man, I'm the happiest person in the world, and finally he understood that and he talked to me. And man, that's why I'm enjoying this camp so much because, he's very close to God. He's paying a lot of attention to frequencies, vibrations, and visualizing and reading a lot and learning about his body. And he's focused, man. He's a dangerous fighter, man. You know, Anthony Yarde does not know what's coming to him on November 22nd, man. David gives me the confidence to talk about this because I see his improvement, his maturity, you know, his strength, you know, and where he wants to go. Right now, I don't see nobody beating David. In this point right now, he's locked in, he's focused, he's, man, I never seen him like this, you know? So I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to have a great fight on the 22nd.
You know, broadcasting your story in this gear up, you know, I feel like a lot of people got to know exactly, you know, who the Benavidez family is. I mean, they were talking you know, you've been in the show 3 years, since 3 years now. You talked about, you know, the gear up of making, you know, David, and he's even talked about it like, my dad made me into a monster, you know what I mean? And you don't really see the father son duo go all the way to the top like this and then stay there versus changing those trainers. To hear that from you, and you also telling me before in the past there's nothing I could do to teach David anymore, you know, and you've said that and expressed that, but what you guys bring to the table is special to the sport. And it seems like David, like you said, is very locked in on exactly what it is. But tell me, as far as Anthony Yard's skills is concerned, do you think that he has a high enough IQ to even, you know, last those 12 rounds?
Well, you know, let me tell you something. I think Anthony Yarde is the biggest test in Davis' career at this point. He's done a lot, you know. A lot of people don't know, you know, but he um, did really well with Arthur Beterbiev. He did
Yes.
really good. As a matter of fact, I think he hurt him in one round, you know. And yeah, he did lose to him, but man, he gave him a good fight. He also fought the Punisher, the Crusher,
Sure.
Kovalat. You know, that was another guy that was in his prime at that time, you know. And, you know, David was given the fight, you know, with Bebo. Bebo didn't want to take the fight. Beterbiev did not want to take the fight. Callum Smith did not want to take the fight. But this guy, right away, that fight was made like in 5 minutes. This guy took the fight right away. I want to thank Anthony Yarde and his team, you know, for accepting this fight. Um, and I think it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a tough fight because, you know, he does have a lot of power. He's done really good, you know. The only losses that he has is to big fighters, and he belongs at 175. You know, so we got to prove ourselves. We got to show the people that David's the best at 175 in this time right now. So um, that's a great fight. Anthony Yarde said that there's going to be a shootout. There is going to be a shootout. You know, it's going to be an exciting fight. Anthony Yarde is going to come forward. David's going to come forward, and you know, there's going to be broken noses. There's going to be blood. There's going to be some knockdowns. And man, I just can't wait. I'm so excited, man. And you know, I think that Anthony Yarde is a good fighter, has a lot of good experience, and he's strong. He hits hard, and you know, we're fighting. In my mind, right now, we're fighting one of the best in the division at this point. So we cannot underestimate nobody. I give him all the respect in the world, and I want to thank him for accepting this fight. But at the end of the day, you know, we got to break his ribs. We got to break his nose. We got to make him bleed. You know, we got to do what we can do in order to prove ourselves and go to the next level and keep chasing those big monsters in that division. We got Bivol, we got Beterbiev, we got a Pitaya, and there's talks about, you know, we're focused on this fight 100%, man. You know, like I said, you know, we have a big task in front of us. There's talks about, if everything goes well, we be fighting Zurdo Ramirez too. That's another great fight that people would love to see, you know. But like I said, right now we're focused on this. But in order for us to go to these other fighters, we gotta look impressive. We can't just win a fight. We have to look impressive.